Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crafting. My name is Lori, and if you are new to my channel, welcome, and hello to anyone returning. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you will consider and click that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up by clicking the like button, as it helps my channel to continue to grow and be recognized. Today I have 6 high-end rustic spring DIYs for you using Dollar Tree items. So grab a coffee or your favorite drink and let's start.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
For this DIY, I have a mini wood bunny from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to mix some paint using my chalk finish lime paint and some white acrylic paint. I'll mix it together to get a lighter color. I have some wooden beads that I bought at my local thrift store a while back, and I put them on a stick to paint them with my paint mixture. I find placing them through the basket handles is easier to paint them than doing it separately, and I'll be using 2 different sizes of beads. I'm going to stain the bunny using the early American wood finish stain from Minwax, and my sweet husband was kind enough to drill a hole at the top of the bunny for me.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me. Try.
When the bunny and beads are dried, I'll take a piece of twine and thread it through the top of the bunny in the hole and tie a knot. Then I'll string the beads on the twine.
No, nothing can break me.
I made a tassel for the end of the string of beads, and my camera stopped recording, so I lost the footage of how I made my tassel. I added a bow to the top of the tassel and one on the bunny, and a button in the middle of the bow.
I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip.
I decided later the beads were still too bright. I'll take my brush from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to dry brush the antique wax on the beads.
I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me.
This DIY turned out really beautiful. It has a rustic farmhouse high-end style to it, and it cost around $5 in supplies to make it. For this DIY, I have a wooden frame from Michael's for $1. I'm going to give it a light coat of paint using the home decor chalk paint. When the paint dries, I'll take a piece of sanding paper and sand the frame to bring out the natural wood tone.
Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset, man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling.
I'll glue a piece of twine to the back of the frame on one side and wrap it around to the front, gluing the end of the twine on the back of the other side. And I'll make another twine line at the bottom. I have a bag of glitter carrots from the Dollarama for $2. I'm going to wrap 5 of the carrots using thin twine.
Crazy for you, I still like the ocean. I can see you want this
to finish this DIY, I'm going to hang the carrots on the twine using some mini clothespins that I had on hand. This was an easy, simple DIY that was fun to make, and it looks so cute. I love how this rustic farmhouse carrot frame turned out, and it cost around $3 to make.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down.
For this DIY, I have a package of wooden carrots from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to stain them using the early American wood finish from Minwax. I'm going to use a piece of braided rope with leaves and glue the carrots on top to create the garland. I'm going to use the rub-on transfer letters from the Dollar Tree and cut the word spring out. Using the mini wood carrots from the Dollar Tree, I'm going to wrap the letters on each of the mini carrots. Then using the Waverly chalk paint in Sage, paint the top of the small mini carrots. Next, I'll glue the mini carrots on top of the bigger carrots. I'll then paint the mini carrot tops using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sage. When they dry, I'll take a piece of sanding paper and sand the mini carrot to give it a distressed look. And then I'll sand the edges around the bigger carrot.
Yeah, can't you see that I just need to be by myself? I have told you many times now, but somewhere going high, looking for a new start. Yeah, somewhere going high, looking for a new start, for a new start.
And to finish this DIY, I'll use the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sage again and dry brush the big carrot tops.
Don't wanna be trapped, don't wanna be down, looking for a new start. Looking for a new start. Don't wanna be trapped, don't wanna be down, looking for a new start.
This DIY turned out really beautiful, and I love the rustic farmhouse look to this carrot garland. It was easy and simple to make and only cost under $5 in supplies.
Looking for a new start. Don't wanna be
For this DIY, I have a wooden egg from the Dollar Tree and a piece of crafting paper. I'm going to rub my finger along the edge of the egg on the paper to bring out the egg shape and then cut the paper to fit on top of the egg.
Don't wanna be down, looking for a new start.
How many mountains to get some confidence? How many?
I'm going to brush some Mod Podge on top of the wooden egg and also the crafting paper. Then I'll place the crafting paper on top of the egg adding another layer of Mod Podge to seal it.
Take why the way up and down. I'm losing ground.
I have a wooden house from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the back of the house and brush on some Mod Podge and place a piece of crafting paper on the top. Then I'll apply another coat of Mod Podge to seal it.
Ooh, what to do? I am me and not you.
After it dries, I'll cut along the rooftop and sand the edges to remove any excess crafting paper. I'm going to paint the house frame using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sage.
How many dressing up for me to play some ball? Seasons change, still the same range.
After it dries, I'll use a piece of sanding paper and sand the frame really good to bring out the natural wood color from the house.
I'm moving around. Pretend or tell me what to believe. I ain't got a sweet tooth for lying. Expand or show me how to succeed.
Then I'll glue the back of the house back onto the house frame.
Ooh, what to do? I am me and not you. Ooh, what to say? Please make the
I'll take the wooden egg and glue a tumbling block to the back.
just don't ask
And then glue the egg to the inside of the house.
to try.
And to finish this DIY, I have a mini wooden bunny from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint it using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sage. When it dries, I'll use a piece of sanding paper to sand the bunny to give it a distressed look. Then I'll glue the bunny to the center of the egg. This DIY has a high-end farmhouse look that is so adorable. I love the earthy color tone of this Easter egg house, and it cost under $5 in supplies to make.
Pretend or tell me what to believe.
For this DIY, I have a wooden egg from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint just the top of the egg with the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sage.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this.
I'm going to brush my antique wax from Michael's around the edge of the egg. Then I'll dry brush the antique wax on the top of the egg.
In a way, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here.
When it's dried, I'll take a piece of sanding paper and sand the egg to give it a distressed rustic look.
I miss you, and I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning?
I'll cut a piece of burlap and wrap it around the egg, gluing it in the back.
Leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning.
Then I'll wrap a piece of twine around the burlap several times.
Till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak.
I have a package of paper flowers I bought at Michael's for $3. These flowers are beautiful, and if I had more wooden eggs, I would make more using every flower from this package. At the end, I had to pick one, and I decided to glue the two small flowers together on the egg. Leave me a comment down below on which flower you would pick for the egg. I would love to hear from you. I have a mini wood fence from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my stencil brush, also from the Dollar Tree, and dry brush my antique wax on the fence. And to finish this DIY, I'll glue the egg to the fence, securing the back with a tumbling block so it can stand straight. This Easter egg fence is my favorite. I'm in love with this rustic, shabby country look with this DIY. It turned out better than I originally planned. This DIY also cost me under $3 in supplies to make, and definitely is my favorite. For this DIY, I have a 4-pack of carrots from the Dollarama for $1.75. I'm going to recreate the carrots using different materials. For the first carrot, I have some twine rope, and I'll wrap the carrot with it.
But now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
For the second carrot, I will wrap the carrot with strips of burlap.
If I will ever figure out where the road goes, even if I'm falling down, I will.
This DIY reminds me of the mini Christmas tree DIY back in December that was a complete disaster while making them. However, at the end, they did turn out to be very unique and cute. I'll link that video in the description if you haven't seen it yet. I feel this DIY is moving towards a disaster again. I'm going to go with it and see how it turns out, because not everything is meant to be perfect, but you can appreciate the beautiness of something different.
Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
For the third carrot, I will wrap it using some craft wire string.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
And for the last carrot, I cut a couple pieces of linen fabric I had on hand, and I'll wrap it around the carrot.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark.
To finish the carrots, I removed the greens and added some other greenery that I had on hand. I disputed on cutting them or leaving them as is. Let me know in the comments if you think I should cut them or leave them long. And to finish this DIY, I have a crate from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm going to stain the crate with the antique wax.
Like that look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime.
I found a package of photo stickers at my Dollarama for $1.25. I picked the sticker with the 3 bunnies and put it on the front of the crate. And then I'll add my carrots to the crate. This DIY was fun to make, and it did have a few challenges along the way, but I think it turned out pretty cute. And it only cost under $5 to make. I hope I've inspired you today with some new spring decor DIYs for your home this year. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. So until then, have a beautiful day. And bye for now.
We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive.